Hi everyone, it's Katina Rankin, founder of Katina's Classroom, and today I will be reading my very first children's book entitled Up North, Down South, City Folk Meet Country Folk. And you see the main character right there, McKinley? He's actually here, and he's going to join us. So, let's get started. McKinley Wilson is a third grader who lives up north in Harlem, New York. He is your typical 9-year-old. He plays video games all the time. He enjoys adventures, but most of all, McKinley loves to visit his favorite cousin, Ryan. Ryan lives down south in Mississippi with his two brothers, Montez and Tyler. McKinley's family was going to visit Ryan's family this summer. McKinley was so excited about his upcoming trip that every day he asked his mother, "Are we leaving today, Mom? Are we leaving today, Mom?" "Not yet, McKinley. We will leave in a few days," his mother Nan always answered. "A few days? How many is a few? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? McKinley rattled off. He held up his right hand. He stuck up one finger and said, "1 day has passed already." He raised his middle finger and said, "2 days have passed." "When, Mom, when?" "Soon, McKinley, soon," his mom answered. McKinley ran up the stairs to his sister's room. "Kendall, what are you doing?" "I'm packing my clothes for Mississippi, McKinley," Kendall said. "I can't wait to see Ryan, Montez, and Tyler." "Me either. And Ryan said we were going fishing," McKinley said. "Montez told me we could jump on the trampoline," Kendall chimed in. "We are going to have so much fun." McKinley began jumping up and down on Kendall's bed. "I'm taking all of my video games. Woo-hoo! We're going to have fun in the country." "What's the country, McKinley?" Kendall asked. "You know, it's that part of the world where people talk funny. They say y'all. They wear suspenders like Paul Bunyan, and they play with pigs and goats," McKinley told Kendall. "They play with pigs and goats," Kendall exclaimed. "Yeah," McKinley said as he plopped down on the side of Kendall's princess bed. "Mommy says Ryan and Tyler have a farm with pigs, goats, cows, and horses. Ryan told me that they even have a pet pig named Bunky." "A pet pig? You mean they don't have cats and dogs and hamsters like us?" Kendall asked. "That's right. They don't know about modern animals. You know, Kendall, I think they act like cavemen too." "Cavemen? What's a caveman?" Kendall asked. "Ah, Kendall, don't you little first graders know anything? You know, cavemen. Cavemen are the men who don't wear shirts and who have a lot of hair all over their bodies. And they carry that big stick, a club, around with them everywhere," McKinley answered. Kendall stopped dead in her tracks. She stopped packing her Barbie dolls, turned around with her eyes stretched really, really wide, and said, "Do they live in caves, McKinley?" "You betcha. We're going on the best adventure ever," McKinley said as he ran out of Kendall's room. Kendall walked over to her art set and pulled out her sketch pad. She drew a white fluffy cat with green eyes. She also drew a puppy, a cocker spaniel, and colored it black. Proud of her artwork, she ran down the stairs into the kitchen. "Mommy, look, I drew a cat and a dog." "Nice artwork, Kendall," Mom said. "I am going to take these pictures to Ryan and Tyler since they don't know what modern animals look like," Kendall told her mother. "What gives you that idea, Kendall?" her mom asked. "McKinley told me so. He said country folk only have animals like pigs and cows. McKinley said they live in caves," Kendall continued. Kendall's mom laughed. "Your brother has quite the imagination, Kendall. Your cousins live in a house just like us, and they have dogs. Some dogs live inside, like your puppy Ivory. And then some of their dogs live outside in dog houses." "Really?" Kendall asked. "Really," her mom said. Kendall shot up the stairs yelling, "McKinley! McKinley! You told me a fib. Ryan and Tyler have dogs and they don't live in caves. Mom told me so." Oh, Kendall, she just doesn't want to scare you, you little first grader. Trust me, you will see, McKinley vowed. I don't believe you, Kendall shouted. Well, let's just call Ryan and Tyler and ask them, McKinley said. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Hi, Cousin Pam. It's McKinley. May I speak to Ryan? Sure, McKinley. How are you? Pam asked. I'm fine, thank you, McKinley answered. What grade are you in now? Pam asked him. I'm in third grade, but I'm almost a fourth grader. I guess you could say I'm a third and three-quarterer, if that's a word, McKinley chuckled. Is Ryan home? Ryan, Cousin Pam yelled. Yeah, Ma, Ryan answered. Get the phone, Pam said. Hello, Ryan said. Hi, Ryan. It's Mac and Kendall. Howdy, McKinley. What you doing? Oh, nothing. Just sitting in my room, McKinley answered. What are you doing? I'm cleaning the rooster, Ryan answered. Cleaning the rooster, McKinley laughed. Yeah, Ryan answered. Are you plucking his feathers? McKinley asked. Nah, I'm just wiping them clean, Ryan said. You mean you have a chicken in your house? Kendall asked in amazement. Yep, Ryan said. We have a lot of roosters and hens. Some are yellow and some are black and brown. I told you, Kendall. I told you. We are city folk and they are country folk, McKinley said, pointing his finger at Kendall and laughing. See you in a few days, Ryan, McKinley said before hanging up. Ma, what's a city folk? Ryan asked. Well, what do you mean, Ryan? Pam asked. McKinley told Kendall that they are city folk and we are country folk, Ryan told Pam. Oh, Ryan, city and country just refer to the part of the United States you live in, Pam explained. Run and get the map in your room. Ryan sprinted to his room. He flipped on the light switch and walked over to his toy chest. He threw his G.I. Joe action figure to the right of the chest. He tossed his remote-controlled Jeep onto the floor, and at the bottom of the chest, he spotted the map. Ryan grabbed the map and ran back into the living room. Here it is, Ma, Ryan said enthusiastically, pointing to the top of the map. Pam said, you see this state, Ryan? This is New York. It is considered a northern state. New York City is referred to as the Big Apple, and that's where McKinley lives. Yeah, it's also where the Statue of Liberty lives, Ryan said. We studied that in geography. That's right, Ryan, Pam said, smiling. People who live in northern states are considered city folks, and that's why McKinley said city folk. Now, look right here. Do you know what state that is? Yep, Ryan answered. That's M-I, crooked letter, I, crooked letter, I, humpback, I. Ryan laughed. It's Mississippi where we live. Good, Ryan. And Mississippi is in the southern part of the country. It is considered a southern state, a more rural and country part of the United States, Pam explained. I get it. So we are country folk and McKinley and Kendall are city folk, Ryan said. I think you have it. Are you excited about your visitors, Ryan? Pam asked. So excited, Ma, Ryan said, that sometimes I think I might wet my pants. Ryan grabbed the map and went into his brother Tyler's room. What's up, big country? Ryan asked. Who are you calling country? Tyler screamed. You, me, we're country folk. McKinley and Kendall are city folk. McKinley told me so. And see, Ma showed me on a map, Ryan said. Well, we might be country, but at least we know about nature, Tyler declared. At least we know what ants look like. We can go into our backyard with a magnifying glass and learn how ants gather food all summer long for the winter. And at least we have room to run around and play. City folk don't know about that. They don't even know what trees look like. All they have are those big old tall buildings everywhere. Plus, they don't know anything about hunting and fishing. The only thing they know about fish is what they learned from watching Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. They think all fish live in a fish tank. They even wear the same clothes to school every day. They're whack And I'm not country. Now get out of my room. Scratching his head, Ryan turned slowly and walked out of the room. He went back into the living room and told his mother, "Ma, Tyler says city folks don't have backyards and swing sets. He said they don't even have ponds. He also said they wear the same clothes, blue pants and white shirts to school every day." Ryan said, puzzled. "Nonsense, Ryan. You kids," Pam said. "Now go wash up and get ready for supper." "McKinley," his mom yelled, "let's go." "In a minute. I'm looking for my Spider-Man web blaster. Ryan says G.I. Joe is stronger than Spider-Man, but I told Ryan that G.I. Joe may be stronger, but Spider-Man is wiser and can outwit G.I. Joe. We're going to let our superheroes battle it out," McKinley said. "If you are not downstairs in 2 minutes, we're going to leave you with the dog sitter," Mom growled. McKinley grabbed his web blaster and closed the closet door. "Got it. Coming, Mother." "Grab your backpack, Kendall," Mom said. "McKinley, please hurry. We need to make our flight." Cars, trucks, and taxis were zooming by and pulling up to the curb. In and out the vehicles came and went. The traffic guard was directing traffic with his white-gloved hand. Soon McKinley and Kendall were on the plane with their mom. "Fasten your seatbelt," the flight attendant said as she passed the children some peanuts and juice. "Thank you," McKinley said as he took his drink. "My dad flies airplanes." "He does?" the attendant replied. "He's in the military. He flies military planes, and that's why he is not with us. He had to work," McKinley told her. Turning toward the window, McKinley pointed out the window and said, "Look, Kendall, that cloud looks like a cat." "Oh," Kendall said. "Look over there, McKinley. You can see the sun coming through that cloud. That cloud looks like a chair. Boy, I wish I could sit in it." "Kendall, you can't sit on a cloud. You would fall right through it. Clouds are made of water. Don't you little first graders know anything?" "Know it all," Kendall said as she sat back in her seat, let down her food tray, and began flipping through her princess coloring book. After she found the princess that she wanted to color, she asked her mom, "Should I color her apricot or caramel?" "It's your choice, Kendall," her mom said. "Look, look! It looks like our Monopoly board, Kendall. Look at those tiny houses, cars, and trees. That's so cool!" McKinley shouted. "Shh, McKinley, not so loud, son. Those are real houses. They will get larger as we get closer to the ground. We're about to land. Sit back," their mom explained to them. "That's the coolest thing ever, a giant Monopoly board," McKinley said under his breath. "See you later," McKinley told the flight attendant as she walked by. The family walked down the long hallway, rode the escalator down to the baggage terminal, and grabbed their bags. McKinley and Kendall ran to the automatic doors. "McKinley and Kendall, stop running and move away from that door," Mom said, squinting her eyes and making an angry face. "Oh, Mom, but it's fun to feel the air blow on your face when the doors open," Kendall said. "Ryan!" McKinley shouted as he ran towards his cousin. "What you doing?" "Howdy, McKinley. Did you bring it? Did you bring it?" Ryan asked him. "Does lava shoot out of a volcano? Does a spider weave webs?" McKinley asked as he pulled his Spider-Man web blaster out of his backpack and began spraying white web springs all over Ryan. "Kids, calm down and get in the truck," Pam said. On the drive to Cousin Pam's house, McKinley and Kendall saw animals grazing in a pasture. "Look, Mom, there's a cow and a horse," Kendall exclaimed, "and that horse is gray." "That's what we call a mule, Kendall," Ryan said. "A mule?" Kendall asked in amazement. "Yeah, mules help us pull the plows in the fields, then we go behind them and plant all sorts of food, like corn, peas, and butter beans," Ryan explained. "Pee-wee," McKinley said. "I hate vegetables." "A lot of people like vegetables, McKinley. That is how we make our money," Pam said. "Make money?" McKinley asked. "Sure. We plant and harvest our crops. We sell the vegetables to the supermarkets up north where you live. Your mom goes to the grocery store and buys the vegetables. And then You eat them, Pam said. You mean they actually pay you money? Kendall asked. That's right, Pam said. I get money from helping Ma and Pa in the field. How do you think I buy all of my action hero toys? Ryan said. Yeah, McKinley said. And in those big old tall buildings in New York, folks make those action hero toys and send them down south for you to buy. They pulled up to a yellow house with green shutters. Okay, little people, we are here, Mom said. Where's the cave? Kendall yelled. It's around back, Ryan said. Running full steam ahead, the kids shot around the corner of the yellow house. What is that? McKinley asked, pointing to a board that hung at the end of a rope. A tree swing, Ryan exclaimed. McKinley said, I've never seen one of those before. Neat. Right beside the swing was a trampoline. Montez and Tyler were jumping so high that Kendall thought they were going to touch the sky. Come on, Montez and Tyler screamed. Kendall, Ryan, and McKinley ran to the trampoline and joined them. Yippee! Yay! The children yelled as they held hands and jumped higher and higher. When they were out of breath, they all fell down and bounced on their bottoms, laughing uncontrollably. A blue car drove up. McKinley and Kendall's Aunt Tanya from Memphis, Tennessee, made a surprise visit home to Mississippi. Tanya got out of the car and said, Hello, little people. McKinley and Kendall sprinted towards her, yelling, Tee, Tanya! Their cousins, Lauren and Olivia, got out of the blue car. They all shrieked and hugged each other with very big smiles. Kendall grabbed Olivia's right hand and said, Come on, Olivia and Lauren, let's go get on the trampoline. T.T. Tanya said, Wait, dear, they're too small to get on the trampoline. We're going to take their guinea pig, Tater, inside. T.T. Nan said, Yes, I've got their favorite squirrel book about making friends I am going to read to them. Lauren and Olivia's eyes lit up, and each girl grabbed one of T.T. Nan's hands, and they walked inside. Okay, Kendall and McKinley said at the same time. They ran back over to the trampoline and sat down in the center of the big black circle. As Kendall and McKinley observed their surroundings, they looked down a dirt pathway, and beyond the tall pine trees was the biggest cave they had ever seen. Large gray cement bricks were stacked on top of each other. It sort of looks like an igloo, but it's bigger, McKinley said. It's kind of scary, Kendall added. The boys raced down the dirt pathway with Kendall right behind them. Inside were giant bean bags and sleeping bags. Wow, Kendall said as she walked through the cave. Do you guys live in here? Of course not, silly, Montez said. Mom lets us camp out here sometimes, though. Kendall kept walking through the cave, and in a corner sat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 roosters and 3 hens. Look, McKinley, look, chickens. Here are their chickens. Yep, Tyler said. We collect them in all colors. We have a red one, a yellow one, a black one, and a white one. Want to touch them? Montez asked. No, Kendall said, jumping back. I don't want them to peck me. Peck you? Montez said while laughing. What are you talking about, girlie? Some are stuffed like your baby dolls. Others are made of ceramic. They aren't real. They're fake. Fake? Kendall said, looking surprised. McKinley and Ryan were laughing and rolling all over the floor of the cave. Yeah, fake, Tyler said. But, Kendall said as she gathered her thoughts, but Ryan said he was cleaning his chickens and they lived in his house. He said so. He said so on the telephone. McKinley and Ryan were laughing so hard that now they were crying. Gotcha, first grader, McKinley managed to squeak out while holding his stomach. Montez grabbed Kendall's hand and said, Come on, Kendall. Let's go to the big house and get something to drink. Those boys, don't worry about them. We'll get them back next summer when it's time for us to go to your house up north. We'll show them Plus, everyone knows there's no difference between city folk and country folk. The end. Thank you for listening to Storytime. Be sure to check me out again for the sequel to Up North, Down South.